caught up in any small remarks that they may make, like, oh, you're changing. Yeah, well, isn't that the point of life? We're here to change, to evolve, to grow. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you are already part of the tribe. Today we're going to talk about how to set boundaries with friends. Now, before we get into the video, I think it's very important to remind you that your friend may or may not be surprised or displeased. Remember, they're not used to you standing up for yourself and having self-respect. So when you see that someone is being displeased, maybe they may start an argument, keep calm and restate your boundary, because you need to make it a point that you setting your boundary, it's not open for discussion, it's not open for debate. It is what it is, and it is the way you want it to be. Do you understand what I mean? So the following examples I'm going to use is to give you sort of a guide of how you can say and state your boundaries in a polite way and in a understandable way where they should know and understand your point and what you're trying to say without hurting their feelings, but also making sure that they understand that you want things to be a certain way. First example is, I appreciate your support, but I am not looking for advice right now. How often have you opened up to a friend and just talk about anything that's on your mind, on any issues you're dealing with, and before you even know it, before you even finish your conversation, they're telling you what you should and should not be doing? So this doesn't mean this one friend may not have good intentions for you or may not want what's best for you or the best for you. However, if you find that that is not what you want, you do not want them to project their beliefs onto you, then it is totally okay for you to say, hey, right now I just need an ear. I just need to let it all out. I just need someone to talk to, someone who just can listen. Because being a friend is not only about giving advice. Actually, you should give advice when it's being asked of you to give advice, or you can ask. I've done that. Like if something's being told to me and I feel like they wanted advice, but they haven't actually asked me for advice, I'm like, do you want my opinion, or do you want advice? Sometimes, many times, people only want you to listen. And again, this takes time. I've definitely been that friend who have had said, given advice without being asked. They have not rejected my advice, but I've been there where you just want to say something to want to help, but sometimes they just want you to listen. The right friend will understand. Do not feel sad. Do not feel guilty. This is your life. And if you want to vent and let it all out without advice, that's totally okay. I am not okay with you making jokes about my insecurities. If you have opened up to someone during one of your weak moments, in your most vulnerable moments, and this person chooses to joke around with your insecurities, then it's time for you to stop that now. And it's not going to stop on its own, and they will not stop on their own unless you let them know that that's not okay, that makes you feel some type of way. See, at one point, perhaps you have laughed right along with them or just ignored it and hoped that it will go away. It doesn't always happen that way. You have to make sure to take the initiative, make sure that they are aware that's making you feel some type of way. Okay, this happens more often than you would ever imagine. And maybe you have been ignoring it, just hoping it will go away. So pay attention to it and make sure you let them know that that's not okay. I don't want to talk about my ex. Does your friend bring up your ex in random conversations? In my opinion, friends nor family members not even your parents, should bring up an ex unless you are the one bringing that person up, initiating the conversation. Bringing up an ex is not just bringing up a person. It brings up the whole memory of that relationship, the bad that was in the relationship that ended in a breakup. So it's important for you to let them know that you don't want to talk about your ex. If it just brings you back to all the negativity in that relationship and causes you emotional imbalance, then make sure you bring this up. Let them know you don't want to talk about your ex. It's really not their business to talk about your ex anyway. So if they think they're being helpful by talking about your ex, maybe comparing someone to your ex, that's not helpful. But they won't know that until you tell them. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, if it makes you feel some type of way, you have to talk about it. I think a lot of things, in my opinion, a lot of things that people around us do may not always be from a bad place, and they may have good intentions in doing things, but they won't know the harm that they do to us unless we speak up. And yes, again, they may not always take it in the right way. They may not always take it in a good, positive way. But that's okay. It may take time. And in some instance, it may tarnish or, I don't know, maybe push someone away. But the right person will remain in your life because they respect you. They understand that it's your life. You should live it the way you want to live it, and you should accept what you want in your life the way you want to. Don't get caught up in any small remarks that they may make, like, oh, you're changing. Yeah, well, isn't that the point of life? We're here to change, to evolve, to grow. Thanks for the invite, but tonight I need some time alone. How often do you get those random text messages inviting you out, inviting you to go out, dance, or maybe drinks, or a movie, whatever it may be, but you're just not in the mood, you just want to stay home, alone, watching Netflix, or just sleeping? Honestly, whatever you want to do, it's totally okay. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel guilty about saying, hey, not tonight. Let's, I'll take a rain check. We could do it another night. It's better when you go out because you want to, not because you want to please others. You feel more into it. You won't have to pretend, right? Because if you go out to please your friend, you have to pretend to be enjoying yourself, sometimes knowing that in your mind you'd rather be home. So wait until you actually feel it. Wait until you want to be out. And again, make up for any other time that you've said no, and just have a good time and enjoy yourself. Don't do things to please others. Do things because you are in the mood and you want to do it. I need you to stop making comments about my body. Friends often think that because they are your friend, they can get away with saying certain things. And I'm not talking about compliments, right? Compliments are great. They're positive. We accept it. Hi. Oh, someone wants some loving. Say hi. Say hello. This is Bruno. Remember Bruno, guys? He's tired of me being here. All right. I'm done soon, okay? One second. Right, so I lost my train of thought. So, compliments we accept it with open arms and we receive it gracefully, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the comments that are made in order to make a point. I don't need you to use me as an example. I don't need you to remind me of my body, whether it's negative or positive. So if someone's making a comment about your body or anything in your life, be sure to let them know that you don't want those comments to be made, and those comments does not make you feel comfortable. I'm struggling with my own mental health right now, and I don't feel that I can be the good or the right support system for you right now. When someone is dealing with their issues, their problems, it's difficult for them to realize that you are also going through something. Their judgment is being clouded by all these emotions and everything that's been going on in their life. So it's totally okay for you to let them know, hey, you know what, I'm also going through something, and that may not be the kind of support system that you want me to be. It's good to remember that people cannot possibly know what's going on with you unless you tell them. They cannot know how you feel unless you tell them. They cannot know how their words make you feel unless you tell them. Don't feel bad for speaking up for yourself, because no one else would. No one else could do it the way you can, because only you know how that makes you feel. So even having someone stand up for you, it's not really you standing up for yourself. So make sure you stand up for yourself. Stand your ground, take your space, and remember that the right people will stay in your life, regardless of how many boundaries you have in your life. And this is coming from someone who has quite a few. And the right people have stuck around, and I am eternally grateful to them, because it's nice to see when they ride, when they're really riders, and they're really, are in your life because they love you for who you are. So allow yourself to see who are truly in your life for who you are. That is all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Don't forget to like it. If you did like this video, like it. If you dislike this video, go ahead. Do not feel bad. Don't feel any guilt. And click on that unlike button. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. How did you agree or disagree with this video? And how do you feel about this topic? Also, don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already and you watched till the very end, then that means you liked something, right? You liked the video. So go ahead, subscribe, and join the tribe. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.